game development's a pretty complicated thing. There's a lot of factors that go into creating a work of art game, and there's a lot of factors involved in getting it out there. Some manufacturers have buttoned down the art of getting out a game or two every year, for better or for worse in some cases, and some have now made it into a bit of a work of art in just not releasing games also for various reasons. Here's a bit of a list of games that are just taking too damn long to come out, and it's our way to stamp our foot a little bit, show some first world impatience because we want some games to come out. So we'll get started with Elder Scrolls 6, and I'll let you kick this one off.
Yeah, this is definitely my personal number one game that's taking too damn long, and I think it's made even more sort of painful by the fact that Bethesda released so much garbage in the meantime. Just looking at Fallout 76 as a sort of immediate example of what could have just not been focused on, whilst those teams could have been on Elder Scrolls 6. That would have been pretty awesome, but there you go. I think the other reason why this one's taking way too damn long is they dropped a trailer that was about 20 seconds of nothing happening, and just had the title Elder Scrolls 6 on there, which I really think fans were getting super excited with everyone up on stage at E3, and they knew it was going to be an Elder Scrolls 6 reveal just because the way they were sort of hyping it up as the trailer. And 2 or 3 years later, we're still just waiting with little to no news about it. Could be 2025, could be 2030 at this point, who knows. And really, it's been since 2011, since the end of 2011 when Skyrim released the first time, not including all subsequent re-releases, because Bethesda like to do that with Skyrim. Skyrim for the refrigerator, Skyrim for your router. We're still waiting on anything concrete with the Elder Scrolls 6. We don't even know what region it's going to be in, so yeah, it's taking too damn long, and we need it. Please hurry up, Bethesda.
And I mean, it's been 2011 since the last Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
And that was, 5 years, 6 years after the previous Elder Scrolls. So that, it's not that they churn them out every year. We get it, but it's 9 years already, and we're left with Elder Scrolls Online, which was pretty not that great. Skyrim remaster, okay, fantastic, well done. I mean, it wasn't bad, but again, it wasn't necessary, so to speak. And Fallout 76, which is just crap, to be honest. And so we've been waiting 9 years, and then from what I hear, they're not going to be doing any work on it until after Starfield is out.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. Starfield is their next major AAA project that's coming out. So I guess on one side, I'm kind of glad that they've got shit like Fallout 76 out of their system before they mess up the Elder Scrolls 6. But I'm honestly I'm kind of concerned that they're focusing so much on these other IPs that just aren't. they're not really doing it with those. I don't even know if we'll ever get to see an Elder Scrolls 6 if they're spending so much time on these other IPs. And the worst part is for Starfield, we literally have just as much info on that as we do on the Elder Scrolls 6. They've sort of made a habit of giving us these completely empty trailers. With Starfield, at least we have the title, and we know it's a new IP. Elder Scrolls 6, we don't even know the region it's going to be in. We don't know when it's going to be set. We don't even know the actual title. I think a lot of people think it's going to be called Redfall or something like that, because that's something they trademarked recently, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? The Elder Scrolls fans are good at speculating, and there's a lot of good theories out there, but honestly, they are just theories, and I think Bethesda need to give us some actual information. Otherwise, we're sort of just waiting in the dark for a game that might never come out, and it's just taking too damn long, Bethesda. Too damn long.
Kiss my damn teeth. Alright, so on the next one that's taking too damn long is another sixth game in a series, or sixth game in the main series, and that's GTA 6. And I think with this one, we all know that Rockstar tend to take their time anyway, with GTA 4 having come out, I think, in 2007, 2008, and then GTA 5 coming out in 2013. We've had a couple of Rockstar releases in that time, and so a couple of remasterings and the online and everything. We've had Red Dead Redemption 2 come out, almost 2 years ago now already, by the way. How quickly does time fly? And yet we're still waiting on more solid updates from GTA 6. You would have thought we'd at least have some kind of release date maybe by this point, but nothing. There's very little to go on. So why do you think this one's taken so long?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I understand with GTA 5, they definitely had sort of like a pretty long, like 10-year plan sort of thing, where they were putting a lot of effort into the online, and it definitely shows. I think the online is pretty good for GTA, for people who play it on PC, who are into that. And I'm sure you can get into it on console as well, but I think it's sort of it's getting to that point in the game's life cycle where I think a lot of people on GTA 5 are like, yeah, we've sort of done everything. Even when they add new stuff, it doesn't take long for people to like play the update and then drop the game again, if they even bother to do that. So I feel like definitely it's sort of getting to the point where Rockstar need to announce GTA 6 or whatever the next project's going to be. I don't think we've even really heard any like leaks or rumors about GTA 6 that are like strong enough for me to consider a proper
Nothing, no real rumors, not like a proper rumor anyway.
It's just dead, it's silent, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
taking too damn long.
It's absolutely taking too damn long. It's quite frustrating as well in this in this market, because I think it's a game that will do very, very well, obviously. And the timing is there for it. I think the gaming, state of gaming at the moment is wide open for Grand Theft Auto to, a new one to come in, swoop in and clean everything up again.
Yeah, definitely. I think the market is literally perfect for it, and I think fair enough if it's not ready, but I would love to at least get some announcements and get some hype going for it, because I'm sure it is in the works. It's just taking way too damn long.
Sure is.
So the next one we have here is one that has actually at least gotten a reveal trailer, but similarly to the Elder Scrolls 6, that trailer kind of had nothing to sort of grab onto and sink your teeth into in terms of content, and that's the next Fable game. And I'm not even going to say Fable 4, we're just going to say the next Fable game. It's taking way too long. I know there's been a lot of troubles on the company side of things with like Lionhead and Microsoft, both sort of struggling, especially after their sort of failed Kinect game that didn't really do too well. And obviously the series sort of went a bit downhill with the old Peter Molyneux at the helm. But I think Fable has a really, really strong fandom and a really, really powerful name, and I don't know why Microsoft hasn't been doing anything with it until now. It's taken, it's been like what? When did Fable 3 come out? When was that? Was that
2011.
11? Okay, yeah. So it's again same as.
But it might have been 2010. It may have been 2010.
Yeah, you could be right.
Either way, it's been like a good 10 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah, since the main series game came out, and Microsoft just sort of let it fall to the wayside for so long that now that it has been announced, the trailer, although it's really exciting to see that Fable's coming back, and we did a video on it recently, I think there's definitely not enough to go on for us to really, really get excited about it. Like it's taking too damn long to see some gameplay of a next-gen Fable, and I really need to see it.
But I think the frustrating thing as well from our perspective, and you've seen this in a lot of our videos recently, is that Fable 2 and Fable 3 were probably a little bit under par from what we were hoping for. And they went in a direction a little bit away from Fable, and so the speculation is that maybe we're coming closer to that same time period again, which is what we want as well, is that Fable was supposed to be this medieval time period. And so not only has it been a long time to wait for anything else to be added into the series, but for something to be added into the series that fans actually wanted.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, at least in this case, I said before, but like at least in this case, the trailer, it's not great either. Again, much like the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer, it's really just like, it's almost like they're just putting it there to like keep the fans quiet, like, stick a bone in the dog's mouth so that it'll stop barking. But at least in this case, we've got a little bit of information from the trailer. Like we know that it's not like dead in the water, and Fable actually exists as a franchise again. Like there's a potential future for Fable here. But until we see gameplay, until we see what the actual title of the next Fable game is going to be called, until we get some actual, interviews about it, until we actually get anything other than just sort of like a CGI animated trailer, this game is going to stay on this list as a game that's taking too damn long, I think.
Yep, absolutely. Another game that's been taking too damn long, although it's the wait is soon to be over, is Cyberpunk 2077. We first heard 7 years ago that CD Projekt Red would be taking this one on. We've seen updates for the last little while, including a quite magnificent E3 2019 trailer with Keanu Reeves featured, which really got the juices flowing. And we were hoping for it in April, and we thought that it would be fantastic timing. April was a good time of year to get a game, especially in Australia where we are, and then that was delayed, and then COVID hit, and it's been a very, very long year. And then we were expecting it in September, which we are now in, and then finally it got delayed again to November. We hope that there's going to be no more delays. We're glad that they are delaying it because we think it's for the right reasons, but it's just taking too damn long.
Yeah, I think in the case of Cyberpunk though, the best part about waiting for Cyberpunk is at least they are giving us actual things to get our sort of to whet our appetite almost, to keep us going until the actual release date finally drops. Especially in the case of their recent marketing, with things like the Night City Wire, where they're actually showing gameplay about specific parts of the game. So they'll go into like detail on some of the weapons, and they'll show like some of what the weapons can do, and they have interviews. So it's not just CG trailers like some of the other games on this list, or in the case of GTA 6, nothing at all. At least with Cyberpunk, they've gotten quite a lot of information, quite a lot of gameplay, and quite a lot just to sink our teeth into and keep us going. So that's always good. And I think this November release date, CDPR seem pretty confident that that's the one that they're trying to reach. I mean, of course they're going to say that, but this time for real, I think they definitely seem a little bit more adamant on this one, because they've got a lot of other things riding on it, including some of the new NVIDIA graphics cards, the new console releases. I think they've got some stakes in that one. So I think they're kind of a bit more locked into this release date than the last two. I think that this one is probably, touch wood, probably going to be the real one. So the wait should be nearly over on this one, but it's definitely been a long wait since that very first trailer, way back when. Yeah,
it has, and this is in a good way. This is not because they've just not pulled their finger out or anything. This is because they're obviously building what's going to be an amazing game.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's just that, we would like to have that amazing game yesterday. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, like I said, it's not like they've left the fans in the dark. They really have been pretty good with showing gameplay to the community and just keeping us updated. Like you can really see since even 2 years ago at the E3 trailer with the 40-minute gameplay, all the way up until now with modern day gameplay, it looks a lot better. Some of the things that people didn't like, I think most notably like the combat with stuff like katanas, I think they changed quite a bit because people weren't too happy with it, and I think that's always good. I think when the delay happens, they didn't just fix what they knew that they had to fix because of the delay. They also listened to the fans in the meantime, since they had that extra time, and implemented some other stuff that they might not have been able to do if they released it originally. So it should be good. I'm still excited for it, and I think even though it's taking too damn long, I think that wait will hopefully be very much worth it in a couple months when that releases.
Absolutely. So keeping on the kind of Cyberpunk theme, another game that's, if ever, is coming, is definitely taking too damn long, is a new Deus Ex game. The last one was released in 2016 and was amazing. The one before that, 2011, was also amazing. So that's two games this decade, which, to be fair, is about the same as what we had the previous decade. But it's one of those franchises that, I don't know about you, but I just want more and more and more. I want to get absolutely lost in the depths of that franchise, and they just, I think they're more into making masterpieces than obviously releasing lots. but I wouldn't mind if they went somewhere in between, you know, making more and masterpieces. It would be nice to have a new game. There has been rumors, although none of them substantiated that they are working on a new one. But I guess it's yet to be seen.
Yeah, I think this is one where, in terms of how the timeline looks, you know, the next couple of years would look really clean for a Deus Ex game to be announced on you know, 2021, 2022. That type of release date would look really good for Deus Ex. I think in terms of the gap between their previous titles, aiming one for around now would have been honestly pretty perfect. And I think, yeah, maybe the rumors are. If the rumors are true, maybe we will see one, but I doubt we'll see one close enough to now to when I would be like thinking that this isn't taking too damn long. I think no matter what happens now, seeing as we haven't heard any official statements on it or any actual substantiated rumors, I think no matter what happens now, this is going to stick on the too damn long list for a long time. If not forever, but hopefully just a long time. I would happily wait a long time to have another Deus Ex game rather than never have one again.
Absolutely. It'd be, as I said, it'd be really good if they do one. It's already been 4 years, and I felt like the last one also ended maybe a little bit abruptly. We were just as you were getting into it and hoping for that, you know, even more. It kind of, that was it. It was done. So fingers crossed there's another one. But in the meantime, any kind of answer to this is taking too damn long.
Absolutely. And finally on our list here, we have a pretty interesting one, I would say. We've put Tekken 8 here, but I'd actually also like to sort of honorably mention Tekken Tag Tournament 3 as something that might be taking too damn long. These are both obviously in the same franchise. Main series game being Tekken 8 and the sort of spin-off game being Tag Tournament 3. I think both, despite having basically no reason for them to be released soon, I would love for one of the two to be announced. I honestly don't mind which. I want both of them really bad. Particularly because of the success of Tekken 7, I think we'll definitely see them eventually. But no matter what happens, it's going to be taken too damn long.
Yeah, I mean, the Tekken Tag Tournament 3 could have been alleviated by the fact if they'd have made digitally versions of the original Tekken Tag Tournament available, I think, for example, would be good. I mean, you can still buy Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on the PlayStation Store, for example, for your PS3 or I think your PS4 as well, definitely PS3. The original Tekken Tag Tournament is like the only Tekken game along with the very first Tekken. So Tekken 2 and Tekken 3 you can get, but Tekken Tag Tournament, which came after those, is not available for some reason. I don't know why, but it was obviously the original of the Tekken Tag Tournaments. It was a really good game with a really good feel and a really good soundtrack and everything. But yeah, that probably would have alleviated some of these issues. But I mean, Tekken 7, you know, it came out in 2017 now already.
Yeah, and that's not including the arcade release, which was I think 2016 or earlier. It's been around for a good while now.
And it's an incredible game, by all means. However, you know, is it time for the next one? I mean, they released a couple of extra characters, and that's all good. But is it time for just the next one in the series? I think it could be.
Yeah, and I definitely think Tekken 7 has really killed it in its lifespan. I honestly think it's probably risen to, I don't know the stats on it, but I feel like it's risen to one of the most popular fighting games, both in like the esports side of things and also just for the casual player. I really think Mortal Kombat has sort of fallen into second. I don't know the stats, that could be completely wrong, but I see posts about Tekken 7 literally everywhere. Like all of the tournaments I see, I hear lots of info about, and I think it's definitely really, really popular. And it must be selling pretty damn well because the DLC characters keep coming and coming, so they must be like making money for the company. So I'm just hoping that sort of springboards the Tekken franchise into the next installment, which will hopefully be, you know, Tekken 8 or Tekken Tag Tournament 3. Because both of those games I think would be really, really welcome, both to the fans but also to us. They're taking too damn long, but I would love to see them.
Absolutely. So guys, tell us what you think is taking too long. We just thought of a few ideas. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of other games and game series that are taking too long for a lot of people to have a new release. But that's our list. We look forward to hearing what you think in the comments.
Yep, see you next time.